Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Adam.
And today, I don't know what we're doing here. So, we are doing the Elements line from Red Line Whiskey.
Yes.
I don't actually think we've done any Red Lines, like specific reviews, but I do believe there was a Red Line in one of the whiskey clubs.
The Toasted, yeah.
Yeah, so
I know
think,
that because I hosted it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying.
So, the Elements is where they're trying...
It's a new line of finishing.
It's a new line of finishing, but technically it still works. It's still officially bourbon, right?
Yeah.
Because it's still touched oak. This particular one, this very first one that they released in this line, is finished in a wood from South America, mostly Brazil and all those kind of countries. Chile. Argentina, yeah, sounds like
Uruguay.
that. So, yeah. Uruguay. Oh, I like that. So, this is Amburana oak. The main difference is the pores are a little tighter. It's a little bit of a harder oak.
So you won't get as much of the...
You won't get as much
of the oak.
whiskey going into the wood, but apparently the wood has a lot of flavor in it.
Okay.
Compared to, like, white American oak. Doesn't have a lot of flavor, but you get a lot of the wood flows in. Mizunara is super porous; it just like pours out of it.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's considered Brazilian oak,
right?
And a lot of times it's used for finishing it was used for finishing primarily cachaça, which is Brazilian's main spirit. It's a pressed sugar cane.
Sugar cane, right?
Yeah, like a rum.
It's very similar to rum. You get a lot of banana peel, a lot of ripe banana notes.
So it's rum and 99 bananas mixed.
Overproof rum.
Hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's better than 99 bananas.
Oh, it's way better. You've had it over at my house. You've had a Caprina at my house before, so that and used for essential oils as well and furniture. But
it's because it's a hardier oak. Yeah, I could see it being used for furniture. Just came out the end of last year, November of 22 is when they released this guy, specifically in Missouri, and then they released it out to other states.
Now that I know that explains why I scored
in Missouri, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so they originally released it just in Missouri, and then in 2023 they started.
Dude, this is Christmas. It is like Christmas cookies. Well,
Christmas cookies.
More specifically, gingerbread. But man, holy cow!
That is a super common note that comes off of that particular wood. Amburana.
It's like grandma just sent you a tin of...
Oh, dear God.
Right.
What the...
I get a specific cereal
that
is my childhood favorite. I
Golden
love
Grams.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You could totally go that. I could go there.
Cinnamon, that gingerbread from grandma's
It's
tin.
gingerbread cookies. It's like it's totally gingerbread cookies. Dear God. Why? How?
But a wood doing this much impact, like besides like maybe French oak.
Even better.
So Bardstown needs to do something like this.
Oh, hold on. Even better. This is MGP.
I know.
It's 21% rye MGP.
No, 20. Yeah.
Like the low rye version of the MGP bourbon. That's nothing. That smells nothing like MGP.
No.
That smells nothing like anything we've had from Ingram.
From to play around with this.
Holy, is it super expensive? Like Mizunara, maybe?
No. This model
Very
was
common.
$65.
No, the wood, the barrels.
There's no way it would be with this expression being that cheap. It would be $150 bottle with this market we're in now.
That's a really good point. So like Mizunara, you can't actually harvest a tree unless it's over 200 years old or falls naturally, blah, 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 blah. Like there's all these rules. So a new barrel of Mizunara oak is like $5,000. The barrel, one.
Yeah. This is all over the place. This is the most common
ridiculous.
tree. Yeah.
The smell is amazing.
And it carries immediately over it goes right into the palate. Into the finish.
It just gets stronger.
I immediately thought, how about a gingerbread
Dude, you're
cocktail? Yeah.
What's the
sugar cookie?
The sugar cookie. The sugar cookie simple
old
syrup
fashioned?
With cardamom bitters.
Christmas.
No, just you wait. That's your present. We have a little bottle of this. One pour each.
That is obnoxious.
It's a one and done though. You got to move on.
There's a lot to it. There's a whole lot of.
I can see this as a nice after dinner drink.
Sweets and
you just
spices.
had a big
there's a lot to
steak or something, and just sit down with this and just.
It's its own cocktail.
Oh,
it's pre-made cocktail.
I was telling you when we first tried it. I'm not a cigar guy, but I could even see this being a cigar pour. The sweetness would probably tame down the sweetness.
Now,
bring out some.
That's a really good point. To that point, apparently they use certain people use those staves to enhance their cigar blends. So when they do a cigar finished bourbon, this is one of the woods that they use to add in some extra flavor profile.
Wheelers, they did that cigar.
But they used the Armagnac, didn't they?
Yeah, they used Armagnac and cognac.
I don't think they used a.
No, but to finish it, the cigar finish, and then again.
Oh, another what
I want?
2-3 months or something.
I want a stave. I want a stave of that wood to try throwing that into a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what that would do to a? I'm trying to think of something that this would just totally magically enhance.
That first sip.
Eagle Rare. You take an Eagle Rare 10-year delicious bourbon and drop a stave of that wood in there and add all those sweet cinnamon
and creamy notes.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, not even the syrup. I remember as a kid making my own, on the weekend.
Yeah.
You load it up with as much as you want. And you take that bite and it's just that cinnamon just comes right off.
That's amazing.
Big cloud.
I love some double oaked and some toasted finishes. I've never experienced it's just wood. This is wood doing this. There's nothing. This is not finished.
There's
no, because we know what it is. We know it.
Yeah.
It's low rye MGP. We know that flavor profile. We know everything about that. We've had it a million times.
5 year. I think 5 to 6 year.
On the website, it says about 5 year.
100 and this is
3.
This is also 103 proof. This doesn't drink
like
drinks. It's so sweet and sugary. It doesn't. No, it doesn't drink it.
Yeah, 75 corn, 21 rye, 4% barley.
I was personally holding out for the Rio, the Penelope Rio, Amburana and honey finished.
Yep.
Just to be my first expression. I wanted that one to be it.
So they're doing that. That Rio uses this wood too.
Mm-hmm. It uses that wood and it's honey finished. So you got
That's what I'm saying.
Bardstown.
Bardstown. This sounds just right up their wheelhouse.
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely. This is
going to be the new. I think this is. I mean, it's currently the new expression of finishing. And
yeah,
I think it's going to be really passed around. Everyone's going to be doing one. So.
My God, but it's cinnamon without it's not Booker's. You know what I mean? It's not like
dusty cinnamon.
Right. It's not that kind of cinnamon.
It's like you just
shook
it out of
with
the
jar. Sugar note and the oh my Lord.
French toast, man. It's just
there's a bready note to it.
And I get what you're saying is
I
can't drink a bunch of these. But the more and more I notice I'm looking down and I'm plowing it, I probably could.
We need to put water in this before you've totally plowed.
No, I'm.
Well, this is his bottle, so he can.
That is true.
He can top it off.
That is true. We're not limited on the sampling here.
This is worthy of driving back to St. Louis. All right, what's water going to do?
That is a lot of oil. I'm going to say it's going to get... I'm thinking more of the baking spice.
I think it's going to kick the rye up.
I think more baking spice pops out.
Okay. Cinnamony and...
Nose is not as forward.
Char, though, right? You get the char in the... You get more char?
No, I just get sugar and cinnamon.
The gingerbread note is a little more muted for me with the water.
Now it's just cinnamon and sugar. Toast.
But now my nose gets a little bit of ethanol.
There's a little...
I get burn. I get
tingy. It tickles.
Creme torch and it's just
burnt
like
sugar?
the smoke that comes off the top. Yeah.
Okay.
Or it could be burnt cinnamon sugar and
Well, now it's a power suggestion.
Oh, dear Lord. Now I kind of want that.
Give me
a piece of bread with sugar and cinnamon with a torch over top of it.
See, Nancy,
that actually sounds good.
Nancy, my wife's parents, do it with, and then they put peanut butter on top. Cinnamon, basically cinnamon peanut butter toast crunch.
It lost some of the magic.
Yeah.
It's still really, really good. Really, really. But the magic.
But the cinnamon is trending away from you just dumped it out of the can. to more of a trending towards like a red hot
Yeah.
cinnamon,
Yeah.
candied cinnamon.
Yeah, it's not
or
as
golden grams
magical,
or gingerbread.
but it's still good with the water.
Yeah.
Neat. That is near magical.
The nose for me, the gingerbread disappeared.
Yeah, it's just cinnamon and sweet. A little bit of maybe like a toasted wood.
I just love the aftertaste, man. It's just,
Just as a whiskey guy, we're whiskey people. This makes me excited.
It's so totally
so excited
off,
about this
and
stuff.
yeah, that's
So different.
I want to stave it. I want to stave of this wood. Hey, there's a trip. Let's go to South America. Steal a tree.
And I love you guys. Have
Customs.
had
You bring
Caprinas in
anything
my
back?
house,
No.
Tree.
No, it's golf bag. Golf clubs.
All right, I'm buying a bottle of the cachaça that's finished in the Amburana. I gotta do it. As a cocktail guy, it's awesome. So good.
That is amazing. That's the.
It's so different.
Obviously, it's the oils and the woods that's doing that, right? I mean, that's what it is. That's going to add that into the whiskey. It's the oil and sugars.
Because we got an abundance of these trees. Let's just
We
try
make
it.
furniture out of it.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we make furniture.
But they
out
do
of oak,
finish the other spirit in that, so why not?
But that's the whole point. So that's the whole point of this line is there's thousands of different types of oak when you actually go outside of the U.S.
Yes.
And they're each going to have a different flavor profile, oil, a sugar content, more porous, less porous, all that. This opens up, we thought like whiskey was getting to the point where it's kind of like the craft brew scene. This is going like
It's taken to another level.
It's totally going past craft brew. It's now like. We're now going worldwide with experimentation. This is crazy.
Well, no,
This
but
wood is not new.
how many species? This is a whole different. But how many species of trees are out there?
Right.
Yeah.
This is, I mean...
But it's still an oak. So it's a bourbon, in theory.
Yes.
That is cool. That's just cool. I mean, it's Brazilian oak.
It's oak. All the law says
And
it
the
needs to
difference
be
is
a
the earth and the...
charred new oak barrel. That's all it says. Doesn't matter. It didn't say that it had to be American oak.
That's going to change at some point.
At some point, yeah.
But
Well, actually, I
but
think
they're
it may not because they're really trying to get away
there's
from
a shortage of oak.
The white oak is becoming harder and harder.
Amazing pour, Adam. Hell of a find, buddy. Hell of a find.
Amazing. Would have never expected a whiskey to taste like this.
No.
Like it's just
wood. A wood finish?
Yeah.
But it's along the lines of your little snickerdoodle cocktail.
It's very similar to
what's
that.
going to happen?
Those added together would be craziness.
This weekend, actually. Stay tuned.
Man, this is... I think it blew all our minds.
And that's the thing. I can't even say that it's like magical. I don't even know if the whiskey is... I think it's MGP, 21% rye. Like, it's not magical... Like the spirits
It's
are
not
not
15
magical.
years old.
Right. It's not super old. It's not. But this finish is
That's a lot.
magic.
That's what a lot of them do. It's just how they finish it.
Yeah,
Like
you
our
source it
friends-
from one place. You got to do something
our
special.
friends down
with
the
it.
street at Wheeler's Ray, they do a
Wheeler's
great job.
does it
They do
really
a great
well.
job.
Yeah, Nulu does it really well. Like
Yep.
there's people that source and do magical things.
But
Redline's
going
done it.
out and doing that,
That's
I
magic.
just want to be like when it's like, hey, let's try it. And they took that first sip out of that barrel, like,
Wait, what is
what?
Yeah. But barrel, they haven't done it. Forgate hasn't done one yet.
No,
Yeah.
they're
All
always
the
the
guys
guys
that are-
Kelvin.
What I'm saying, the guys
When
that
they
are
all
really
see this
popular
review-
for
when they see this
finishing
review,
haven't done
they're
this
going
yet.
Exactly.
Hell of a pour. I really enjoyed it. Again, I think for me, it's probably a one. Move on.
Yep.
I'm anxious to see the cocktail because the cocktail you make without this is delicious. I'm just curious how much it's gonna enhance it.
Right. Yeah. Do they play well together,
Do
or
they
do
play
they
well together?
do
or
they
is it
fight
over
a little?
over too
Yeah.
overbearing?
I
Possible.
think that with a little bit cardamom bitters that I just recently acquired,
Maybe.
it's going to play some magic.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed our review of the Elements by Redline Whiskey Company. Again, solid pour.
Amazing.
I am floored at how much that particular wood
Yes.
changed this whiskey did too. So, as always, we hope you enjoyed our review. If you did, please support the channel. Hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, subscribe. We put out content like this about twice a week, and we are continuing to try to grab every whiskey we find, and occasionally we find just magic in a bottle. And
if you
that was
have
this week.
another Arborana finished, come on, comment.
Yes.
Leave us. Let us know.
Yeah,
if you
you've
tried
got somebody
this,
else.
try this. We want to try the Rio. You just talked about.
Yes,
But
right.
what else you got?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
All right. Thanks for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.